Hey everyone, how's it going? It is either real Randy Chavez coming at you today with a Veve OMI update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For now, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello, Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. Become a member and join Patreon, and also wraithx.eth domain name. So we'll start with the OMI as per usual. OMI's down about 0.9%, down to about 000599, just under that 0006 mark. We were at 000058 today, or 585. So we are up from the bottom, from the lows of today, and then we are at $667,000 in volume. Again, nothing to write home about. It's about exactly in the middle of where we usually are. Up to the rest of the market, though, kind of not bad. Outperformed, or we not outperformed. We didn't go down as much as Bitcoin. Bitcoin down 2%, Ethereum down 1%, XRP down 4.3%. It is the third day in a row of XRP being down, so how much longer does it go down before the next leg up? I don't know. Pretty much everything except for Dogecoin is down today. And Dogecoin is not just up like 1%, it's up 8.5%. Everyone comment down below if you know what happened with Doge and why it's up that much on the day. But OMI's actually outperforming pretty much everything else, so just thought that was interesting. Market bleeds. OMI didn't bleed as much, had a little bit of cauterization with some white blood cells there. Anyway, speaking of people buying the OMI, we do have John Ducci Dubs over on the Twitter saying 222 million OMI tokens worth about 135k at today's price. How much will this be worth in 1 year? What about 2 years? Well, it depends if he keeps all of them or not, but in a year, probably has over $1 million. I mean, I think this does probably minimum a 10x in the next year. That would be about, in Q3 of 2024, and then Q3 of 2025. Yeah, if we're not over, 6 cents by that point, something's gone awfully wrong. In which case that would be about $13 million. So, but anyway, that's for him at 222. I have much less. He has 50 million more than me. I only have 172. Hopefully I will get to working on that in the next month or so. Got other stuff I gotta do. Moving on. Do have a small whale meeting next month. I'll let everyone know how that goes. I'll keep them posted. Michael Campa posted that yesterday was a very special day for me. I had the privilege to meet the Veve team and the very special Veve family. To all of you that I had the chance to meet in real life finally, thank you. I hope to see you all very soon. And yeah, look at that photo with our heroes, with our stars in their prime. We have someone known as vondoom.eth who has 195,000 followers over on the Twitter, just under the 200,000 mark, saying digital collectibles are inevitable. Snap those fingers, just like the great Mad Titan himself. They are inevitable, and they are not the only one to think so. We do happen to have I don't know if I should read my tweet or Sergio's tweet. I could just read both. We have Bloomberg, which, in case you didn't know, they have over 9 million followers over on Twitter, about 9.2 million, saying, Cartoon Studios says its batch of more than 8,000 Stanley digital collectibles sold out nearly instantaneously on Monday, and I post, this is a regular occurrence for digital collectibles on Veve. On an Iron Man drop that dropped later that week, the Iron Man sold out in the same time as Stan Lee did, grossing $208,000. Veve will be a household name within the next few years. So I go and retweet that on Twitter saying, love to see other people and companies that are paying attention. And speaking of people that are quoting that, we do have our very own Sergio Rodriguez that had posted that as well. But before we get to his, we have other people such as Bear Force One. That's a great name. Bear Force One saying hundreds of different IPs, including Cartoon Network, and soon We Bear Bears. I hopefully we get those. Noxamon saying I got one. OMI Veve user for life saying Veve just hashtag collectors at heart. Digital and broker.e says Veve is the app. Again, all 26 of these people that had retweeted were from the Veve fam. Anyway, Sergio goes and says, Bloomberg, Veve Stanley NFT collection sells out almost instantaneously and rose about 500%. Bloomberg, the highly influential financial newswire, writes that Vive's recent Stanley digital collectible sale illustrates strong demand for some NFT launches exists. No doi. They go on to say that Cartoon Studios Inc. said its batch of more than 8,000 Stanley digital collectibles sold out nearly instantaneously on Monday, illustrating strong demand for some virtual assets still exists despite the slow recovery of the NFT market. Some of it's still going down. The release in the commemoration of what would have been the famed comic books writer 100th birthday recently marked the first phase of a rollout of a broader Stanley collectible universe, Cartoon said in a statement on Monday. Lee is famous for creating the plethora of well-known superheroes, including Spider-Man, the Hulk, and Iron Man. Also, to bring up Von Doom again, he's saying my Veve official collection is growing. Picked up one of the Designer Con at Luke Chu at Monkey King Toys, exclusive to match the Ghost Bear piece I picked up at San Diego Comic-Con yesterday. Obviously, we all love Luke Chu. Love David showing all those photos that he's with everyone, whether it's Todd McFarlane, whether it's Frank Miller, Jeremy Padower, or anyone that's there. Gary Baseman was there as well. Love him. He's a great dude. And yeah, it just goes to show that everyone loves taking pictures of David. David loves taking pictures of people, so don't read too much into it. I'll go over that right now. But before I do, just let me kind of reiterate the fact that Von Doom, with almost 200,000 Twitter followers, is also in the fam. And speaking of which, again, before I go over David's photos, I did have Seth Ferrante on the podcast recently, like X amount of hours, like 12 hours ago. And towards the end of the podcast, like the last 10 minutes, we talk about Veve and what he wants to do for it. What Veve can do for him, what he wants to do to bring awareness to Veve and the disruptive phenomena that it is. I would definitely watch it. Anyway, David, you getting really silly with the pictures, taking one with Peach Momoko with some truly, truly impressive artwork. And note that sartorial charm that David's wearing his Marvelverse hat. And moving on from that, there is our good friend, Uncle Jeremy Padour. And there is a Pokemon thing in the background. Uncle Jeremy was pretty clear with this, saying, hey, guys, the Jazzwares booth was only so big. Don't read too much into us having the Pokemon sign in the background. It doesn't mean we have it. It's just got to lower the expectations for now. And then, obviously, the Todd father as well, given that peace sign. And then you just have Frank Miller, just absolute legend, absolute beast. David's just having a load of fun, which he totally 100% deserves. We had Wubba Wubba buy a logo, a gold and silver Veve logo for $2,600, and then the price had risen like $1,000 in like a day, like within a day. I was talking with somebody else, I don't want to call him out. It's like, oh, the logo was just a $2,600, now it's a $37 or it's $38 now. That will continue, in my opinion, to go up. And you'll have some peaks and valleys in there, sure. You'll have some ebbs and flows with that. But I want to read a little snippet from someone on Facebook real quick. It is from one of the newest logo holders, Jim Blair, who also has his sons have a logo as well. He's saying, this weekend at San Diego Comic-Con made it abundantly clear to me just how undervalued the gold and silver logo is. The utility included 3 new gold collectibles and free entry to a party with free drinks, free bowling, free food, and the opportunity to meet a lot of great people. Now, anyone can do a party once with free food, bowling, etc. Renting out a bowling hall is not crazy expensive. You're not, renting out you're not renting out Jonathan's. You're not renting out a steakhouse. You're renting a bowling alley, but still, it is something to be done, and this type of thing is going to happen all the time. But outside of the flair, the network, the people that are in that network, in that Telegram group, in that Discord group, the people that you see at those events that you get FaceTime with, and not to mention David and Dan, in order to get FaceTime with them, that would probably run you tens of thousands of dollars normally, unless you had something that could extraordinarily benefit them in a certain way. So in order to get FaceTime with them, for $3,000, you get that like guaranteed at every event that they go to. Sign me the fudge up. Every single person that wants to be close to those influential people. We'll talk about, you could have me, you could have, Mr. MC1, Dr. Rolos, all those people. Yeah, great, that's fine. But to be that close to David and Dan and see them on a not quarterly basis, but to see them on a yearly or bi-yearly basis, meaning like twice a year, and get to like hang out with them for a minute, that utility is endlessly renewable, and that's not the only thing you get. Yeah, this logo is stupid undervalued for just for that purpose alone, not including resale value down the line. But again, you will have guaranteed within the next 5 years, I propose a theory that after, with or without KYB, it's not going to matter, with Know Your Business, you're going to have major companies go in and be able to go and buy those logos just so they can go and have FaceTime with David and Dan. And there might be some offensive plays there where they buy a bunch of them just so other people can't have them, or they pay an arm and a leg to have them. I have seen this type of thing before on Earth 2. I've seen this type of thing before just for attacking someone. Just somebody says something to somebody's cousin or mother or wife. Oh, hey, what do you have? Oh, you like these Blaine's Charizard first edition PSA 10s? I'm going to buy up all of them so you can't have them. I picture how petty people are, like in general, and how salty they are, how extra they are. The rich are no different. They just have more money. So that type of thing, I think, can and will happen. It is a very, very scarce item. Like I said, in general, this is the Pokemon trophy card of Veve Digital Collectibles. Are there other ones that are more expensive, like Secret Rare Miles Morales? Absolutely. Ones that are going to be more coveted, more well-known, like Secret Rare Spider-Man? Absolutely. Riso, Todd, the partner statue? Absolutely. But as far as we all know right now, none of those really come with this type of utility. Partner statue definitely does. You have a bunch of people saying, hey, we'll give you 10% off this business and my business, whatever. But you have to be at a certain place to get them, and 10% discounts or 20% discount something is good. I'll take it. But it's not being in the same room and getting to converse with billionaires. That's completely freaking different. And right now, not a ton of people know David, at least not in the broader world outside of Veve, but they will. And he's one of us. He's a nerd just like us. Everyone's gonna love him. You cannot like him. Obviously Dan is so cool as well. I love him. He gives the best hugs. But obviously David as CEO really is the face of that company. So just throwing that out there. And one more thing before I move on, we do have Ashton Alvarez saying, wait until you can rent collectibles. Go Logo will be the last collectible I'll sell, and the utility of it is priceless. Any doubt I had with the company was solved by going to Comic-Con and seeing firsthand the power of the fans. Veve has the IPs and is constantly collecting more as time goes on. Any new medium takes time and a lot of educating. It's always difficult to adapt and not easy to change the mindset of physical collectibles to digital ones. Agreed. So be advised, there are some people that got a plethora of notifications there. Order delivered, drop delivered. Everyone's like, what is this? There were a couple of people that did get, they got their Adam Warlock or they got their Spider-Ham, but that was like 2 different people out of like the hundreds that had gotten this. I think it's really just it's just a new feature that has been catching up. So you might get that, you might not. If you got it already and wasn't sure what it was, that's what it is. Just a new feature that I think is rolling out. It's just playing catch up, and I don't think it really means anything right now. Sleeping Comic says, give remaining supply, and this is the cutesy Fantastic Four comic they put out. It says, give the remaining supply to people who held all the Marvel Mighty sets pre-San Diego Comic-Con. There can't be that many, maybe 500 or 600 users, ? I even think there's probably even less. The max amount that could be, I think, is 814. That's how many rockets there are. I actually think it might be even less than that, but like maybe 500 or 600, like Sleepin said. I mean, I would love a free comic. If they do that, great. But if they have other plans for it, then they have other plans for it. I won't be salty if they don't do that. So we have an idea here from Walrus King, which I think is really good, saying, I actually think we'll be able to purchase animation upgrades with MCP. So I like the idea of being able to purchase animation upgrades. Like, let's say if you happen to really like Woody, and you want him to say, there's a snake in my boots, or someone's poisoned the water hole, or anything along those lines. Any one of the things that he says a lot of fun things that should be available for purchase, like a DLC, like a downloadable content. And okay, so people pay for downloadable content all the time. It is just another way that companies just get oodles amounts of money. It is, again, a constantly renewable source of revenue. Well, instead of just working on a whole new game, we'll make a big game, we'll cut it up into pieces, release 90% of it or 80% of it, whatever it is, and then 2 months after it releases, we'll release a DLC that you have to pay for, and then another month after that we'll release another DLC, and they can keep doing that. This would be great if they could do that. Maybe not an MCP points, or maybe an MCP points or OMI. I would love it, again, because I have such a big OMI bag. I would love it if all the utility was given to OMI. But because they go and they're combining MCP and OUP and making it that loyalty program, I would expect to be fair and to have it in either MCP or OMI, because there's a fair amount of whales, one of which I talked to before, that does not have a lot of OMI. He has a fudge ton of digital collectibles, a bunch of low mints, but doesn't have a ton of OMI. Less than 10 million. So yeah, I'm really hoping they, I'm really hoping a lot of utility comes to that OMI, because a lot of these whales that will get it eventually. I want to see these whales, people that have really helped out the company by putting $1 million into the app or more, and there are several people that have done that. I want to see OMIs. I think OMIs where you get the bigger gains. I think OMIs where you go and you see, that 100x return, and could you get that on some of these here? Yeah, you could go and get a number 41 Stanley secret rare, you pay $15 for, and then suddenly it's 1,500. Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't even need to be 41. It could just be like number 80 and it'd be 1,500. But, that's the exception. That's not the rule. And obviously it's not financial advice. There's no guarantee that only does 100x. But that would, it does not seem outside the realm of possibility. Seems very doable. Anyway, all this to say, I really love that idea of being able to purchase animation upgrades. Like we have Iron Man right now, and he does his beams. But if I could pay $10, $30 in order for him to get a proton cannon, for him to say proton cannon, anyone that's played Marvel vs. Capcom will know 100% what I'm talking about. So good. But speaking of whales, we have Quintron saying the DC Trinity, where it's got the first appearances of Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. The Todd Batman is in the back over there. Another interesting idea from Wallace Cotton Jr. saying, should Veve add a new user tag to accounts under 30 days old? I think they should as well. Because this way you know that if somebody is selling something on the market, if you're under 30 days old, maybe a suspected bot account. Or if you see this account and it doesn't have that under 30 days old, but it just, I really wish they would have badges for how long the account has been there. If you're there for 2 years and you have like 3 collectibles, it's like, okay, you're I guess what Mr. MC1 likes to call, like the drive-through collectors. Like they come in just for the big drops, just so they can flip, which is fine. That's part of the game. You need flippers, the ones that buy. But I would say, I think that would be interesting in being able, like it's all on the blockchain anyway. It's all public anyway. This way you don't have to do those extra steps. You just kind of automatically know. And that incentivizes people to go and stick around. Oh, I've been here since X amount of time. I'm an OG. Something like that. It's just fun. Also, on eBay, and this did not sell. This is just what it's listed for. It's Funko Pop Classic Batman Funko 25th Anniversary. Exclusive limited edition of 25,000 pieces. I don't know about you. 25,000, I guess because I'm so, with Veve now, it seems like, it doesn't seem so limited. But, again, all of us that are in this fishbowl, including myself, looking at this saying, 3,000 mints, that's too much. Forgetting that the rest of the world isn't in yet. Like we are super, super lucky that we're here this early, and obviously it's getting close to that point where a lot more people are going to come in. We had over 100 signups from Comic-Con alone, and you have people that just because you sign up doesn't mean you buy right away. I signed up in February or maybe even January of 2021. I didn't start buying anything until March. It took me like a month and a half, 2 months, or maybe it was even April. I know I bought some OMI first, and when you go and you take a look at all the people that are about to come in, especially in Asia, just in China alone, you have 900 million smartphones. So there's a lot coming in, and the supply that we have now will not be enough. Speaking of which, I do have a couple of things I wanted to go that's some really undervalued. Peter Quill right now is, let's say, like $9 or $10 on for his floor, which that's not what I'm talking about. It's undervalued. Although Recur48, that dude on Twitter, has over 900 Peter Quills. So, it's got a lot. But he is a common Marvel Mighty, and normally with 4,100 pieces, but now it's actually 3,200 pieces because you have one person having 900 of them. His sub 100s are pretty, some of them are pretty undervalued. So at $10, I think it should be like $90+ for a sub 100 Peter Quill. Currently, there are 3 that are below that. You have number 90, which is listed at $83. Number 93 listed at $79. And number 94 at $49.49. I just obviously blew my load on the Veve logos, the number 41s. But that's like 5x the price of the floor. I think that's a really good deal. Something else that I found is Cosmo, the Marvel Mighty. The floor is like $85, and the cheapest sub 100 is not a random sub 100 like 77 or 94. It's a sub 50. Number 47 is $137. It is less than 2x the price, which again, a sub 100 in general should be 2x, but the sub 50 on top of that usually adds that extra premium. You know, that should at least be $200 in my opinion, but it's not. It is $137. I feel like that's very undervalued. The other thing is like Namor has a floor of $149, and the sub 100 of Namor, number 86, is $165. That is 16 gems. That is stupid. 16 gems higher than the floor. Please, somebody buy that right now. I'm tired of looking at it. That's ridiculous. And then we have Okoye. Okoye is worth like $9. And then her sub 100, the cheapest one, is number 70 at $45. I think that's really dope too. Really, really like that. There was a Odin, number 84, at $69, which is less than 2x the price of the floor. So that's gone now. And then the other one that's gone is a Mr. Fantastic, number 65. Was listed at $165. That is gone now. Now the next cheapest is the number 62 at $199. So not too far off. And that's it for me. Everyone please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. I love you guys. Goodbye. Meow, 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 meow.